What's good? Supposed to been going to get me a Fire Nico clown shirt today, man. I ain't really got time for it today, so I'm gonna have to order something, cause yeah, man. Had a big argument. I'm exaggerating. Had a little dialogue with somebody online. One of my homies had posted a video of PJ Washington talking about he tired of the Fire Nico stuff. People need to support the team. And I don't know what they think support is, you know, watching the game, showing up to the games. You know, the people that are doing that are still supporting the team. And, you know, I haven't watched or been able to see every game, but I haven't seen any booing of the home team. Our players, we ain't booing them. You know, I don't see that. That'll be out of line. Even when Anthony Davis showed up, nobody booed him. From what I mean, I ain't gonna say nobody, but if it was, the cheers definitely outdid the boos. It wasn't 50-50 or nothing like that. You know, people had a right to have an opinion and be upset about what happened. Yep. I mean, because out of everybody that's still on the team, outside of Lively, Omax Prosper, whatever his name is, Jaden Hardy, Luka was one of the only dudes we drafted. The rest of y'all came through, you know, via trade or free agency. He was somewhere else first, so it is different. That's what y'all ain't understanding. Had somebody ask me, would I be upset if Kyrie was traded? My answer was yeah. I mean, it wasn't yeah, it was depending on who we traded him for. So I didn't know what they was insinuating. You know, my first and last name may make you think you're talking to somebody else until you go digging deeper. So I didn't really understand what was the point of pointing out Kyrie in that situation, comparing that to Luka, where at the same time, it wouldn't have been, the question should have been what I have felt the same way about Luka and Kyrie being traded. It would have been no. We didn't draft Luka, Kyrie, and he's older. You know, they both, barring any injuries, which Kyrie has had, you know, that's taking him out for this season, and other injuries before. You know, you at 25, 26, you know you're going to have Luka longer. So, yeah, I would choose Luka over Kyrie for nothing else but longevity, but also the mismatch that he is, a 6'7" point guard. You know, despite the liability with his feet on defense, or hand in the face, when he's able to get one, going to be more effective because he's longer. So yeah, I didn't get that. Been a Maverick fan since '91, so I've seen the worst times, and the way they set this up, it's pretty much setting us up for the worst times to come back. You know, after we've gone through the NBA, being at the bottom of the NBA. We've been there. Us, the Timberwolves, we was all there together at that time. Sometimes the Sacramento Kings, you know. Even with Mitch Richmond, they be at the bottom, you know, so consistently. Despite that, we still wouldn't get number one picks. Didn't get the number one pick when we got the best player in the draft with Luka. He just fell in our laps. How many times this gonna happen? You know? For some reason, Mavericks don't get the number one pick. Hadn't happened yet. You know, I'm sure it can happen Definitely, the way I'm looking at it, the opportunity is gonna be there if they still got them draft picks, But back on what it was, Nico, people are definitely upset about the Luka trade. And it ain't just because you traded them, it's what you traded them for. But more than that, well, not more than that, but on top of that, you traded Quentin Grimes, man, for Caleb whatchamacallit, And when it came back that he was injured, the NBA was gonna let you void the trade, or you could at least got your second round pick back, and you didn't want none of it. Like, why? So you can have enough money to sign KD, and if he decides to come here now, but you still are you're not doing anything to open that window, because injuries happen, things happen throughout the NBA. The younger your team is, the better. You can kind of recover from that. Older team, no recovery. You're gonna have to be rebuilding after a couple years, especially with the older team that we have. Because I'm sure if they're going to get KD, like they saying, or trying to, they're going to give up some more of the future. Somebody was like asking me about the Boston series, and I guess pointing out why we lost to Boston. We wasn't sharing the ball. They was. Even more than that, Boston was whooping everybody ass last year. They was just the better team. You know why? Because their team's been together. They lost in a championship to the Golden State Warriors. They didn't go trade their best players. They just added to it, and stuck it out. And they got rewarded with a championship. Get one this year. Due to them being patient with their team, not trying to make a big shift like the Mavericks. So the point of bringing them up in a conversation about the fans being able to voice their opinion or their displeasure with the owner really didn't make sense. But then it led to another point with me, exactly what I just said. Since you're bringing up Boston, like what they did, they got there through chemistry. They ain't just had it. They tried Kyrie, they tried other stars to kind of mesh with their two young guys, and it didn't work. They found something that'll work. Or a team that'll work. So, miss me on the dumb shit. I ain't changing my mind on that, man. That was some bullshit. Yeah, man. The injuries don't make it no better. You saying we still would be sucker if we had Luka, you better go back to 2021. Because you're lying to yourself. Look at the roster we had then, look what we got now. Josh Powell should start the summer. Anyway. Seen the Cowboys come through, make some shit happen. They got some good some good free agent signings. Traded some draft picks. Got some former first round picks. Elam, the cornerback out of Buffalo. We got a defensive end that we signed that was a first round pick for the New Orleans Saints. And I don't remember that dude's name, Peyton something or something like that. I can't remember. I ain't got nothing in front of me. I'm driving. But anyway, we got Kenneth Murray. I like Kenneth Murray when he came out of Oklahoma. Linebacker, we picked up Jack Sanborn, a linebacker, and one other linebacker. I'm loving that. I liked Solomon Thomas coming back home to play D-tackle. We got Robert Jones, I believe, at O-tackle. We getting depth for one thing, and that's good because you want to. Oh, and picked up Dante Fowler. You definitely want guys to come in and compete for a job, like have something to compete for. That's gonna bring the best out of everybody. You know, and you want depth. You know, to help prevent injuries. That way, you're not just running people into the ground, and to have there in case you do have injuries. You know, some good depth. I mean, everybody got depth because you got a 53-man roster, but with your depth work. So I appreciate them for trying to upgrade that part of the team. Definitely still have holes. Definitely still need a second receiver. Something I've been saying since last year. We need that. Like today. Cooper Kupp is off the market. We still got Diggs. I think Amari Cooper's still out there. Who else is it? Somebody else I liked. You know, that. Shit, came up. But whoever. It'll come to me. Was it Lockett I'm thinking about? No, he out there too. I don't think it was Lockett because I didn't, you know, but we still got the big guy to Arizona that if he falls to 12, I say we draft him. McMillan. McMillan. I can't pronounce the first. But I'm not going to try to. Yep. Parsons, Deron Bland. So there's definitely going to be some more manipulating of some salaries, I believe. Somebody like Trayvon Diggs or somebody who's making some good money. Yeah, but hopefully all that shake out. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen in the draft. Hopefully they pick up some guys, man, to help this team get there, man. I put a poll up on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, DFW_news, NEWSUYOU, CAN, use, USE. Asking about, you know, based off the comments from what's my guy, Tank Lawrence, DeMarcus Lawrence, if he said, you know, hey, he loved Dallas, but he just knew he would never win a Super Bowl here if he stayed. He signed a 3-year contract with the Seahawks. My question was, do you see the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl within 3 years? And at least over 80% of people, at least 85% of the people said no. And I ain't getting wasn't a million fans on there, but hey, it was enough. At least a couple hundred or so. And they may speak for everybody. I said yes. You know, I'm optimistic. But I also know how the NFL works, man. It's so unpredictable. You just never know. But I think they setting themselves up for success by saying no. Because what would get me to, why would I say yes? You know, we didn't make it to the NFC Championship last year. You know, usually last time, you know, we made it to the Super Bowl, or the first, you know, in '93, not the last time, but the first time we ended that little drought. 93, 92, whenever. Let's see, 93. Yeah, it would have been 92. 92, 93 we won. 94, the 49ers won. 95 we won. But, yeah, we had just lost to the Detroit Lions in the playoffs. But you can see it, though. You know, like, man, they just need a little bit more experience. A few players here and there, and they're going to be all right. You know, and that's what happened. You know, this team is not even, they coming off a season where we didn't even make the playoffs. So course, injuries and, you know, whatever else, a lot of stuff played a part in that, but still. You get confidence by seeing the success of your team. If I have no success, then I can't have any confidence that, you know, a normal person. Me, I'm just looking at it from an optimistic standpoint. I can see them doing it. I mean, because I'm not just heavily impressed with anybody out there. I'm finally impressed with something about the Eagles. I wasn't a few years ago, last year, when they were saying they were great. The season before this one, when they won the Super Bowl. You know, this season, or this past season, when they did win, I mean, the trenches, man. I mean, you had to be impressed with the O-line and D-line. That'll set you apart. And it's something that is always overlooked to most people that didn't play ball, and even some people that played ball, you know. They overlooked that part of it. Yep. But, yeah, y'all go vote. Check it out. I posted a video the other day saying y'all want to know where all it came from with the Charleston White stuff. I know it done got everywhere, so you don't know where it came from. I was the first to drop it. Don't believe it, then go to my Instagram and check it. You'll see. Look at their videos and see how they cropped it. Look where my logo is, you'll see what was cropped out. You know. Shout out to my guy from the Keep It G podcast, man, for keeping it G. To be honest, I can't say it no better than that, just about the whole situation. You know, I dropped some in his comments and really didn't say much. And he automatically identified me with the video. So it means he did his homework. A lot of these other podcasters, they ain't doing their homework. Seen somebody say it was from Right America dropping it, and they coming up with all these theories. And I've actually sent them messages saying, hey, man, this is this and that. And, you know, nothing. And that's cool. I don't care as long as you saw it and you just, you know what it was. But yeah, I appreciate anybody that's gonna keep it G. That's all I try to do, especially with my platform on Instagram. Anybody that know or dealt with me on there, I'm doing stuff for the people. I'm trying to use that platform to help people in Dallas through all avenues. Right now, I'm doing stuff for people just out of love. Because to me, Dallas just got a rap of trying to hold each other down. You know, and everybody use the crab in the bucket analogy. You know, crabs, you know, you can't get out the bucket, crab pulling you out. Well, we can use the same analogy. And I got out, you know, on Instagram. And I'm reaching down, pulling other people up instead of pulling them down. Before I get out the bucket, I'm reaching back, trying to help other people get up through whatever it is, whether it's me commenting, sharing other people's stuff, collabing, whatever I can do to help somebody, especially if it's something that I'm down with too. Some of the stuff you know, it don't really matter to me, as long as it's positive. I'm gonna help out. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Keep It G for keeping it G, and I'm gonna keep doing the same, man, making sure that we push the stuff out there about our city. And all I've been doing is just been showing the history of Dallas, and that's how that ended up coming into that video came in. And you'll see it just didn't come out of nowhere like some of these other people, like it just came out of nowhere with them. It ain't nothing that they own, but this is what I do. You know, I try to be a historian, so to speak, sharing history of Dallas, because there's a lot of confusion on that. So that's what that video is about. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. I hope y'all have a good one. I'm gonna have a good one, and I'm out.